Hey guys, welcome back. It's December 22 and I've actually got some time off work, so I thought I'll go flying. But of course, I live in the UK, that's not an option at the moment. It doesn't look like an option this week at all. So I am back in the workshop. You remember last time round, we changed all the racking about, so make sure you've checked out that video above. And at the end of that video, I alluded to my next project, which is this video. So this one is all about the van. So let me just show you my van, or as my friends call it, van of the year, and I'll explain that later on. So I purchased this van this year just to have a dedicated vehicle for flying. Previously I had a Mercedes E63, Audi A6, so estate cars, and they were great, but I got fed up of trying to squeeze the planes in. I often take more than one plane when I go flying, typically 2, 3 if I can get away with it. So you never know if something's wrong with one and you're already out of the flying field, so it's better to have a backup, another plane you can go to, just to maximise the time you're out there, especially in this country with the weather that we've got right now. So I thought this year we'll go for the van. So this is just a second-hand, obviously an old 2007 Ford Transit van that I've started to kit out. So I'll just show you some pictures of that now. So basically, as you can see, just built a frame inside the van and I put a shelf in just to maximise the space. The idea being the larger models can go underneath, much smaller stuff on top. Racked out the back of the doors as well with some extra sleeves, as you can see here. And sorry, that noise in the background is because it's raining so hard against that door at the moment, so sorry about that. But back to the van. So you can see that I've just done a bit of work on it. I mean, it's not perfect. It's the first time I've had a van. Next time round, I'll probably do it slightly different. I'd actually get a slightly bigger van as well. I'll get a medium wheelbase transit with a medium height roof on it as well, rather than this normal traditional transit. And that's because the big plane, the Krill, take a look at it now, it doesn't actually fit in. So I'm going to have to remove the passenger seat and slide it all the way in to get that in. But that's not a problem right now, that's a problem for tomorrow. I'm not currently flying that plane. So back to the project then, what this video is about. So the idea here is to actually have a charging system in the van. But let me give you a little bit of background on that. So as you know, I've just gone and ordered the Extreme Flight Extra NG, the 91-inch model. And with that, I've had to go and order all the equipment for it, but of course, some extra batteries as well. So I've gone for the HRB 6S 6000 milliamp packs, which are decent packs compared to others. They're pretty light. I'll do a separate video on that at a later date once I've used them for a while. So I've currently ordered 6 of these. These cost about £85 a piece, roughly, depending where you go around. So 6, that's a lot, but I have to pair them up in the model, so it's only really 3 flights, and that's why I want a charging system down at the field, so that I can have the 3 flights, plug all this into the charging system in the van, and then 45 minutes later, I'll have another 3 flights. It's either that, or go and buy another 6 batteries, which I might end up doing anyway, but let's try this, it'd be useful to have. So let me also show you the charger we're going to use. So I'm a fan of the Lectrix series. So I have a 6 and I have a couple of 8s at the moment. So I'm swapping over to the 8s. I have 1 in the workshop, actually I have 2 in the workshop. And so 1's going to live in the van. So this will allow me through a board to charge 6 batteries at once, as long as those batteries are all the same type. So all 6S, all the same milliamps and roughly the same storage. So that's what we're going to use and get set up. That's what we're going to use. So back to the project then, what this video is about. So the idea here is to actually have a charging system in the van. So 2 options. So originally I was going to go for one of the EcoFlow systems. So if you've not seen them, I'll bring them up on the screen for you now. These units are brilliant in my opinion. One of my friends also has one of these, takes it flying, charges models from it. One of the reasons why I like them is you can plug solar panels into them. So I was going to put some solar panels on top of the van, run the wires through the roof of the van into that system so it could charge up permanently and then charge off of that. That's all great, but the system I was looking at was £750 plus the solar panels on top. So it's starting to get a little bit expensive. Then a couple of other friends said to me, well, why don't you just put a life battery into your van and run a second way of charging that life battery off the main battery. So something I know absolutely nothing about. So I'm going to share that research with you now and share fitting it into the van to see if we can get some power in the van without ruining the main van battery. So on the workbench I have a brand new leisure battery made by Lion, 100 amp hours, which is going to be my second battery in the van. So still going to keep the normal battery in the van, which is going to start the van, run all the van's electronics, but this one's going to be dedicated to charge off. Now if this system works, and I'll explain the rest of it in a minute, the idea is to get a second one of these to run two together, so I can charge more while I'm down at the flying field. So if I just move you along, so next to it, I have a split charge relay system, which has got a voltage sensor, which I'll show you very shortly. Let me bring this up on the screen, it'll probably be easier to explain it. Battery isolator, voltage sensor, so that you can safely charge the secondary battery from the main battery. So the van's alternator will charge the main battery, then from the main battery the system hooks in and will let you charge the second battery from that same system basically. That's how I believe it works, so please correct me if I'm wrong. This isn't my area. This was what a couple of friends have told me to go ahead and have a go at doing, and that's exactly what we're going to do today. So let me show you a little bit more of this. So this is the kit that I bought from eBay. I'll make sure that the link is below. There's a couple of different versions of this kit. Some of them come with different fuse supplies. Some of them don't come with a digital display either. So just be wary of that. They range from as cheap as about £17 to about £100. I spent about 60 on this particular one. And that's what we got. So obviously the main relay itself, which does all the work, keeps the primary battery safe and charged, and only lets go into the secondary battery as and when needed. Basic instructions as to how to use this. A bunch of cable ties for the wiring, a bunch of fuses as well. They've even included some heat shrink, which is pretty nice, and then the different wires that we need. And the nice touch as well is they've pre-crimped the wires, so no real messing around. So this should just be a case of bolting it all in place, make sure it's wired the right way around. It should be quite quick to install. In theory, we'll see. Then of course you've got a couple of battery clamps as well for the secondary battery. So that is it. I think that's pretty good value as long as it works. Okay guys, so I'm currently in the back of the van. Quite cramped in here because I've got the shelf, but I want to show you what we've done so far with the leisure battery. So the leisure battery is in place, it's connected up, and is currently working. So let me talk you through it. The main battery for the Transit is under the front seat here. So we've connected the positive to the main battery, flowed it through into a fuse, then from the fuse, 60 amp in there, straight into the relay, coming back out of the relay to another fuse, and then connecting back onto the leisure battery. And then the negative is just connecting to the chassis along with an earth from the relay as well. And it appears to be working. So I now have a second battery in the van. That voltage goes up when the van's running. So now I need to run wires from this battery to my charging board. And that's the next step. Okay guys, so I don't have any long enough wire for my charger to run it at the top of the van where I want to keep it. So I've just temporarily hooked it up here just so I can finish off this video and show you what's going on. So a couple of temporary crocodile clips to hook the charger direct to the leisure battery. You can see the PowerLab screen is powered up. So I'll go into the menu. Got the source set to battery. And we go through the menu as per normal to get charging. So let's do an accurate charge. I've just got one pack connected at the moment to the board. It's one of my, there you go, 5S5000s. Accurate charge. Increase this right up to 5000s. Go. Not going to discharge. Charger only is okay. No, it's been on jacks. Checking the pack. Let's confirm it's LiPo. Enter confirm, and we are charging. There we go. So we're charging direct off the leisure battery, but the main point, we've got this relay in place, which is going to allow the main battery to charge the leisure battery, but also for the leisure battery not to drain the main battery, because that'd be bad. I'll be stuck out somewhere and not be able to start the van. So this is how it's going to work. It is working. Happily charging away. Just go through the menu here. Start fuel 68. Current fuel level 68%. So I'll run some tests when I start going flying again, let you know how I get on with this, how long this stays charged for, how many packs I can get charged before I have to start the van up again, charge this. Will I need a second battery? I don't know. What I'm going to do is probably just build a frame around this battery to stop it sliding around. I'll finish that off. But that's it for now. I'm pretty pleased with that. I think the install's tidy enough for me. It works. That's the main point. If it works, that's always a win. Okay. Okay guys, so that's just about it for today. I'm pretty pleased with the end result there. What I'm going to do next is going to order that wire that's missing so I can actually put the charger in the right place in the van. And then I'm going to do a whole bunch of testing. Why not? Rather than wait to get to field, I'm going to test it here. So I'm going to charge up a whole load of 6S packs, a whole load of 5S packs, and see how long that leisure battery, not life, the leisure battery actually lasts. That's about it. So if you want to hear about that, let me know, like and subscribe and all the rest of it, you know what to do. Add some comments below if you've got a different system yourself. Next video I'm going to do, I'm probably going to get the extra out, so the 104-inch extra, and give a bit of a look over of that model, check it over. I'm hopefully going to fly it next season. But also a few people asked me some questions about it, about the setup and stuff, so we're going to do a review of that. I'll see you then. Cheers. Bye.